Now, a little assembly lube right there. And right there. Got the piston. You can see it wasn't ran that long. Three intake, two exhaust. Dot towards the exhaust. Exhaust is this way. So we're going to take this. Put that there. Get all snap ring pliers. Make sure it's snapped in place. Take our dental pick. There. Alright. Now, there we go. That's what I was looking for. The position of the piston ring end gaps. Now I've already checked the ring gap, but it's going to show you where the rings go. Alright, so top ring is already where it's supposed to be. Second ring. Is exactly opposite of it. So it's going to be roughly right there. Let me scoot that one over. When installing your rings, there's a little mark like a T or an N or something that'll be on the top. That goes on top. You already figured it out. Now, upper O-ring, lower O-ring, and expansion. Expansion's in the right place. And lower O-ring. There you go. They actually kept their positions pretty good. Now, I'm going to wipe this oil off of the surface right there just to be safe. We're going to take cylinder, put some lube, yes, it'll probably smoke a little bit as soon as you crank it up, but it's better than it dry starting. Put the timing chain down through the cylinder. Hold it with your thumb or something. And I guess I've been doing this for a while. I hold the rings with my fingers. I can press them. You can just spend the time of getting the ring compression tool. Do not force it, whatever you do. Alright, bring the cam chain all the way up. Get the guides in place, seat the cylinder. There. I'm going to lay that over the edge. I'm going to grab a paper towel. Put my gloves on, since I'm not messing. Making sure the cam chain is in the right position. I'll take the second guide. I'll clean it off. You're going to make sure it actually seats. It actually has a slot down there. You'll feel it when it goes in. Just lay that to the side. Go ahead and stick our dipstick in. I'm assuming the other guide here is in the head, which is getting completely rebuilt. It's over there on another bench. And I'm a huge fan of copper coating the head gaskets. We've done this on our race engines, YFZs and Banshees and everything else for years. I think that's right. Maybe not. Yeah, that's it. Just gonna lay that right there. Take cam chain tensioner, which it's mighty dirty. See if we can clean it up a little bit real quick. Now, I'm going to take bastard. Alright. You got your cam chain tensioner. Take a, alright, Mr. Motor, get out of my way. I'm going to take this, I'm going to run it in, tighten it up at the end, and it holds it in place like so. See the up? We're going to take our, spin the motor around. I'm going to take our new gasket, put it on there, with the up. See if that bastard can stay like that. I don't like the look of those screws, so we're going to put some more screws on it. There's one. There's two. Just so we don't lose this, I'm going to put it in there kind of hand tight. Alright, starter, we can put the starter on. Put a bit on the gear too. Alright. Now this is where I need my, there it is. Take an O-ring, kind of hold that in place. Alright. Cylinder head. We resurfaced it. I don't need to do that, all the buckets are going to fall out. Tell you what. Put that bucket in place. There. Alright. Resurface the head very little. As you can see, you can still see the very faint indentation or the line where the gasket sits right here. A lot of people will take and have them machined down. On these heads, there's not a lot of room to work with. As you can see, the valve seat is like right there. You got to take in a few thousandths off, and I mean, you really mess up your squish band, which is this area here. This is where the top of the piston, the edge, this is critical to your deck height. See this little specks that are in this area right here? That's from carbon and trash and sand and whatever else has gotten in the intake during running. It's got into the combustion chamber and it's caused it to pit away at it just a little bit. So if the deck height is off, I recommend raising the base gasket. Using a thicker base gasket. Don't take a grinding wheel, hold to the top of the piston or something trying to remove material, because that's the exact opposite of what you really need to do. Alright. Had to wipe it off a little bit. Now, we're going to install cylinder head. Make sure we get both of the guides. I'm going to grab the timing chain, the pick, scribe, or whatever you want to call it. Make sure both of the guides are in place. Just lay that right there. Alright. Now, remember, on our head bolts, we want to put some of the assembly lube on both sides of the washer. You don't have to be much. It's so that there's no metal on metal friction when you're torquing the bolts down. There's one. Shiny ones go to the inside, which I don't guess it really matters. You just could put the shiny ones on the outside. Really, you're supposed to replace these after every use, so they say. But in this case, we're not, and most people don't. But if you build a race engine, it's making a lot of power, especially if you got serious money in parts. I recommend oversized head bolts. Stronger ones for sure. I'll just clean the cans a little bit. Make sure there's nothing in there. Alright. Copper spray is what I use for the gasket on the metal gaskets. It's made by Permatex as well. Stuff's awesome. Alright. Next thing is we're torquing the cylinder head down. Yamaha gives a detailed, they call it a tip, how they want you to torque down the cylinder head bolts. And the grease that you're supposed to use is, I believe it's molybdenum disulfide. I can't pronounce the damn word, but anyway, they call it moly. We're going to call it moly disulfide grease. On the bottom surface of the screws and bolts and washers, yada yada. Anyway, the first time you do it to 22 foot-pounds, take them back out, add a little bit more grease to it. Then you do it to 14 foot-pounds, crossways of course, and then we're going to mark each one after 14 foot-pounds. So we're going to go 90 degrees, 90-degree angle, diagonal tighten again, further retighten all 4 bolts, 90-degree angle diagonally, total of 180 degrees. So it's 90 degrees, all 4 twice, for a total of 180 degrees. I'm going to use my torque wrench because I don't know what the torque's going to be on that, but they're saying do it that way. So that's the way we're going to do it. At least for this video anyway. If it's up to me, I'd do it the traditional way, which is a whole hell of a lot faster. So, Mr. Magnet, where'd you go? It's not the magnet I want, but I guess we'll use it. Make sure there's nothing on the end of my magnet. Gotta get the washer out of there. I personally think you can use this right here for the bolts and everything, but for the purpose of doing it the right way, we're going to use this moly sulfide with graphite, and you don't do much. That's actually probably too much. It says put a little bit here. I hate grease with a passion because it stinks. So what we'll do is we're going to share the love a little bit. Since we got to put 2 layers of this crap on there anyway. Put that one there. I'm going to add a little bit of this to that. Put it here. Set that there. See if I can magnetize the bolt and it'll actually grab the washer. Nope, didn't get lucky. It's because the washer's being stubborn. There. I'll wipe it off. Now, we're going to take a little bit on there, a little bit on that. Do the same thing here. Actually got too much of it, so we're going to put some. Try to do what they do in the book. Alright. That one there. That one there. People that do not know this, anti-seize will get on everything. One drop will go like 4 miles. Actually, I'm not 100% sure how far one drop will go. It might go 100 miles for all the hell I know. I just know that a little bit of it gets on every damn thing. So try not to get it on your hands and touch anything, because you won't be happy. And like I said, run them down until they're snug. So that's what we're going to do. Alright. Now it said 22 foot-pounds at first. diagonally. Okay, we're going to go up here. I'm going to do one even better. I'm going to do 10 roughly across. I got some of that crap on my damn sleeve. Throw this in the washing machine and all my clothes are going to come out black. Alright. Matter of fact, I'm going to put the cap on this stuff. I'm going to drop the motor on it, squirt out, and destroy everything. Alright, let's get back to our torquing. Two. 22. 22 and 22. All right. Get over here. All right, let's see where we're at. We have to loosen and remove all the bolts or head studs. We're going to use some power this time, so. I'm assuming it wants me to remove them all at once, but we're going to do them one at a time. Alright, we got to take them all out, add a little bit more of this stuff. A little bit there. There's not any reason to put any more on the head, because all of it's still there. It's got plenty of lube. So we're just going to do the threads. Tell Mr. Yamaha there is a such thing as too much grease. Now, I said run them back down. trying to clean that grease off my tools. Alright, this time it's 14. Diagonal. Push this back up here against the wall to get a little leverage. 14.6. 14.1. 14.4. Oops, that one said 15. Back it up just a hair. $14.2. Now, I'm going to take this, we're going to wipe some of this grease off. There. Forgot about these. I don't know what the hell. I'm gonna put a little bit of this stuff on there too. Probably don't need it, but we're going to put a little bit of the grease on the mating surface. Put it on the threads. Find old trusty T-handle wrench. In all honesty, these two outer bolts, I personally don't think they're needed. Matter of fact, I've seen some engine companies start out using them and then do away with them later on. I think the Polaris Predator 500 cylinder heads that way. So where the earlier models have holes in them, but then the later models, the indentions there, they just didn't machine it out and put bolts in. Like it's just not needed, save weight. But the holes are on this one, so we're going to use them. Now, we did all them to 14. Said mark them. We'll go 90. This is a paint marker. We're going to use blue. Seems to be fitting. So we're going to start here. And when we're done, it should be here. Same for this one. We'll start there. We'll do them all. Da-da. And right there. Give it a second for the paint to dry. leave this thing on just because I'm curious what the torque ends up being at. This thing actually has angle on it. See if I can figure out how to work it. Okay, there's the angle. Sit still. All right. Look. So I'm at 93 degrees at whatever. All right, let's go back. I'm gonna do it about right there. I gotta get some leverage. Damn it. All right. It's 92. No, it don't look like it because I got the motor all cockeyed over here. So let's go. Actually, that's not 90 degrees. 90 degrees is going to be about right there. I shouldn't have took the wrench off of it. All right. Now here. $90, 28.5 foot-pounds. $29.3 at 92. Now we got to do another 90 degrees. Damn it. 51.3. Another 90. Oh, shit. That's 51.3. That's 990. $51.9. All right, I'm happy with that. You know what? If I keep getting ahead of myself, you gotta zero this one back out. All right. See if we can get 90 degrees out of it. $51.4. Last one. Shit. Zero it out. $53.2. Alright, it's close enough. So roughly around 50 foot-pounds is what you end up with for each one.